Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my coverage of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It's by Bandai Namco Games and From Software Incorporated. And yeah, you guys, if you recall, back on January 1st, 2017, this year, New Year's Day, I finished up my recording of Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, my Let's Play thereof, and it ran through to about April, I believe it was, maybe May. And Dark Souls 2 was on the horizon. Now, I started playing it a little bit back then, and then I was like, like, as soon as I finished, when I finished Dark Souls 1, I played like 2 episodes worth of Dark Souls 2, was eager and excited and ready to go, but I wanted to wait until the series finished, so I wasn't super far ahead. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Then the Colonel came up and said, hey, we should do Dark Souls 2 co-op together. Yeah! And I'm like, we can give it a shot. He's still in the middle of playing Dark Souls 1 on his live stream, so he's not quite to the point that I'm at yet. And we did a few recordings, and it's going to basically mean we're going to have to play the game twice. And playing the game twice is okay. It's a lot of extra work and a lot of extra time. I don't hate the idea of doing it, but our schedules have not been matching up lately, so I've decided to just go ahead and do this as a solo Let's Play. But when the Colonel finally starts his, maybe I'll be able to join him. Anyway, I don't want to talk anymore. Let's get going and start the game. It is time to embark on a new adventure. A dark adventure.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Who's ready for terrible decision-making and really bad life choices? That guy. Yeah, it's definitely not one of the smarter things. I think he should have just gotten the Great Eagles to fly him over to Mount Doom so he could melt down the ring. Oh, wait. Nope, that's another terrible life choice. Anyway, so it seems like a pretty bad way to start your day. No, become undead, hollow, what have you. And be all like, hey, I'm going to go jump in a giant whirlpool for absolutely no apparent reason. Just because some old lady said you're going to stand before some gates. Really? It seems odd. Anyhow, we're about to wake up from our little trip, we'll say. We'll start our adventure there. Now, I did play through the first part of the game, probably up to the first boss, I guess you could say, a few times, so I'm relatively familiar with that. And I'll explain a little bit more in detail about what I meant when I said the Colonel and I's Let's Play would take twice as long if we were to do a co-op. But I'll let you guys know real quick. First impression when I got into the game, as soon as I finished Dark Souls 1, I recorded those first 2 episodes, was this game looks absolutely beautiful, stunning. I walked all around here, and I found that there are 4 items that I know of before we go into the house at the end of this little place here. There's one off to the right, there's one guarded by a big dude. The big guy himself drops a ring, and there's another one across a rope bridge down by a waterfall. Now, why exactly will it take twice as long for the Colonel and I to co-op this? Well, we would each have to play through twice, essentially. So, say, the way it works is you have to get the summoning soapstone. Once you have that, you're able to summon or leave a mark on the ground where other people will be able to summon you to help them fight bosses or clear areas or whatever the case is. While you're summoned, you're a phantom. When you're a phantom, you only get 25% experience. The person who summoned you gets a chunk less. It might be 75%, it might be 60%. I don't remember the exact number. And only they get items, and they get the, more experience, obviously. And on top of that, they also manage to go ahead and advance the storyline while you don't. So essentially, if he summoned me, we'd have to defeat the boss with me as a phantom, him not. And then I'd have to summon him, defeat the boss with him as a phantom, and I myself was not. I was the main character. So, as you can tell, that would take twice as long to do, and it would make you a little bit sad. That's not a real person, by the way. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to waddle on over here. We're going to wander this way. And you see there's big footsteps, because there's a big guy over here. I'm going to try my very best not to get myself killed. I cannot guarantee that that is going to be the case, but like I said, I will try. If I can get him to do that one more time, I should be able to get the item that he's guarding. That's probably enough space. Space created. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab this. It's the gold pine resin. Essentially, it adds lightning damage to your right-handed weapon. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have played through the first part of this about 4 or 5 times now. So up to about the first boss, I'm relatively familiar with the game. Beyond that, it's going to be a lot of new stuff for me. I played a little bit beyond that, but not much, and it was only once. So, that being said, and there's the last one, the small, smooth, and silky stone. So that being said, I will know what I'm doing at the very beginning here, but it will fade away just like it did in Dark Souls 1, shortly after we started. Anyway, if you guys are wondering where that was specifically, so we ran from over there, we run up over here, here's the drawbridge, we went left, and we ran up and around, and that's where that big troll or whatever he was at. Down there's that body I just looted, so you cross the rope bridge, you make a left turn, and you go down here into the little path, and that's where you loot the body. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys and gals. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit nicer for the Colonel to be able to finish the first game before having to jump in and start the second game. Our schedules have really had a hard time matching up. Basically, I was off for a week and had all the time in the world, and I told him, I'm making it a priority, whatever you need, whenever you have the time. Let's do it. We recorded about 3 episodes, and then that was like Monday or Tuesday, and then the rest of the week he didn't have the time. I mean, it's understandable between work and everything else. And then the following week, this week, I've been super busy with stuff from real life and from actual work and all the other stuff. It's just we're not matching up with our schedules, so we decided to move on. Anyway, that's it. I'm not talking about it anymore. Let's go. Let's get the story moving. Enjoy these horrible old ladies. I hates them a lot.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
My name? My name is, of course, Bumpy McSquigums. But unfortunately, I don't think that will fit in Dark Souls 2. So it's just going to be Bumpy, and yes, I'm sure.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Yeah, so that's, like, completely convenient and also totally creepy. So I've decided that this time around, I did promise you guys I wasn't going to be relying heavily on my shield as I did in Dark Souls 1. I'm going to do my very best to dual wield. That's the plan, the goal, the hope, the dream. Also, to make things more fun and exciting, I'm not going to be a warrior, a battle-scarred warrior, high strength, dexterity, skilled with weapons, a traveling knight, high HP, adaptability, and tough to take down. A swordsman, finely skilled swordsman, fights gracefully with strong weapons in both hands. A bandit, a merciless outlaw that has high dexterity, skill with the bow, and fights well at various ranges. Cleric on a pilgrimage, high faith and miracles guide the way. Knowledgeable sorcerer, casts sorceries with high intelligence and attunement. A well-traveled explorer, not terribly powerful, but has many items. However, I am going to be the Deprived, naked and unashamed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, unclothed, origin unknown. Has nothing to fight with except life-affirming flesh. Now, I'm not a master of Dark Souls at all. This could be a horrible idea, but I think I can scrape by. And this should add some hilarity to it. So essentially, we're going to start off punching things. It's probably not going to go well, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of options here. Life Ring, Human Effigy, Healing Wares, Homeward Bone, Seed of a Tree of Giants. I don't know. A Bonfire, Ascetic, I don't know. Anyway, that thing. And a Petrified Something. I know what to do with this, or at least I think I do. I've never actually done it yet, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I looked up what to do with a small, smooth, silky stone a while ago when I was playing through going, I wonder what the heck you do with those things. And this is one of the things that was listed, and I think I know what to do. So that's what I'm going to go with. It's supposed to give us something, I think. We'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and change our body. We're going to get through this as quickly as possible. I have a goal in mind for where I'd like to be by the end of this particular episode. So, we're going to try and make it to that, and it's going to be glorious. We're terrible. One of those two things is most assuredly, possibly, maybe, whoa, true. Eyebrow color, gotta get to the brows. The brows are fine. Eye color, we don't want to have like the neon green or the yellow, but we want the regular green. The beard, we'll go with that beard. And for some reason we have dark hair, but we have a blonde beard because, you know, logic dictates that that's a thing. And there we go. Okay, I am set. That is my person, and let's finalize. And soon we'll be doing some stuff on...
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Well, thank you, creepy old ladies. So, I don't particularly like them because they seem to really take pleasure in my misfortune of becoming undead and hollow and all that awful stuff. So, first thing you do when you join the game, if you decide that you're going to be crazy like me and start as a Deprived, you're going to switch back to that gear you just had on, which is just a bunch of rags, but it's better than being absolutely 100% completely, totally, and utterly naked, or naked as it were. So, we have that. I will talk to them eventually, but first I'm going to waddle on upstairs. Waddle. Chest! And I'm going to open the chest. You can break the chest. I do not advise you doing so, because if you break the chest, everything inside turns to rubbish. So don't do it. Don't do it. However, you could usually hit a chest once, just to see if it's a mimic. So, there's that. Alright, I'm going to talk to the old ladies, because... they laugh. She laugh. She doesn't laugh.
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse.
It's an impasse, lady.
But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here.
Sweet.
To start again. With a clean slate.
Clean slate! Alright, I thought it was funny too. Alright, and then we're going to talk to this lass over here.
This is a limbo.
A limbo.
A link between Drangleic and the outer world.
She's the only one who says Drangleic, by the way. Everybody else says Drangleic.
I know that you must have a story.
I don't know that everyone else does.
Such a place. This lost, decayed kingdom.
Thanks. But yeah, no, everybody else calls it Drangleic or Drangleic. She's the only one who says Drangleic, which is how I would pronounce it as well, so it's weird. I like her.
My name is Millibeth.
Her name is Millibeth.
The old women were once firekeepers.
Uh-huh.
I am here to look after them.
That's nice of you.
It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on.
Maybe you can stop giving them sarcasm and horrible, awful pills, and maybe they won't be so unbearable.
The old women were keepers of the fire.
That's what a firekeeper does, I would assume.
But now, the fire shows signs of fading, and the kingdom is beset by hollows.
Uh-huh.
The old women are sisters. I am told there was a fourth. Long ago, firekeepers were commonplace, but now they are lost, scattered to the winds.
Okay, well that's pretty much all she has to say. Alright, we're going to start our adventure. Anyway, there's a tutorialized area up here that explains everything. I'm going to go through it hopefully with relative quickness and ease, or maybe I'll just be absolutely terrible today, and I'll be having a super amazingly off day, and I just won't be able to do anything, which is possible. It does happen. We got a soul of lost undead and a torch. Bonfires are places of respite. You may also light torches on them. Anyway, we're going to try to breeze through this. I'm going to skip over most of how to play, because I already know. And it's a lot of just kind of repeat stuff. So we're just going to walk in. Basically, it tells us to use the right bumper to attack, which essentially at this point is just punching people. I can also use the left bumper to attack because I don't have a weapon in both hands, which basically means I'm just alternating which side I punch from if I want to do that. And right now I do. I do want to do that. I want to do that a whole lot. Okay, so you can sprint by holding down the B button. I'm just going to use the Xbox 360 controls to explain it to you. It makes it a little bit easier instead of breaking it down to the PS3 and everything else. I am using I am using a PS3 controller. emulating an Xbox 360 controller. Alright, if you lock onto this guy, walk up and hit the R bumper, the right bumper, or R1, it will do a backstab damage attacky kick, critical hit, basically. Maneuver like that. Just make him die a whole heck of a lot. But yeah, I'm using a PS3 controller, emulating an Xbox 360 controller, and I now have a weapon. A terrible weapon, but a weapon. And everybody loves weapons. So, let's go and do a little bit of the murder. Hi, would you like me to stab, slice, stab? No? Neither would I, but it's what I have to do right now, so I'm going to. Alright, down he goes. We could be lighting sconces if we wanted to bring a torch along. We could also use that torch as a weapon, but meh. I say meh. Alright, we are here. I am going to roll out of the way of the archer, and then get stabbed by this guy. I have never been hit in here before, so this is kind of a new thing for me. I mean, it's all not relatively, it's all super simplistic and easy. But again, most people aren't going to start as a naked hobo and, you know, just kind of chill like that. Most people are going to probably want to have a weapon, or 2, or 10, or 30. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the thing, I believe. I think if you stand here, or stand near here... Oh, there it is. They say, yeah, they give us smooth, yes, give us silky. So, as I told you guys before, that small, smooth, and silky stone, I think we leave it here? Yeah. Okay, so if I pick it up, what happens? Oh, I actually got something different. Okay, cool. So it does work. Anyway, this is the whole, this is the whole reason why we decided to go with the petrified something. I believe if we leave this here, we also get something. And we got a twinkling titanite. Okay, I guess that's a thing. Okay, before we do anything, let's go ahead and kick the ladder. Kicking the ladder. I'm gonna hop down here. Oh gosh, I missed. I'm a terrible human person. I sort of missed. I mean, I did miss, but I also landed first and then missed. It's weird. It's a little weird. Anyway, if you're a little bit better at aiming than I am, you can get here and get yourself a soul of a nameless soldier, then walk off. Hopefully not dying. We'll run through the next fog door. There's a fog door that is blocked by a statue. We are not able to get into that place just yet, so just a thing to be aware of. Okay, I'm going to switch to two-handed mode with my knife, and I'm going to cut him with two-handed knife mode. I don't know if it's any better. Usually when you wield a weapon with two hands, or you two-hand a weapon, or however you want to say it. Sorry. My angle was off. You need to jump this gap. By the way, I usually fail my first couple jumps when I start playing, so if I fall here and die, you guys can laugh at me. Because I've actually done that. Anyway, you increase the damage when you use two hands on a weapon as opposed to one hand on a weapon. Additionally, I will show you guys a few moves that these little gravestone things up here tell you, so you are aware. If you press a direction and your right bumper, and you're not terrible like me, you will do what's known as a guard break now, but it's formerly the kick from Dark Souls 1. And likewise, my jumping attack, my leap forward attack, is the right trigger. So, yeah, it's good. Alright, I'm going to fall and do a plunging attack on him, and then roll away because of reasons. Sliced and diced and maybe killed. I have very little stamina right now. I have to replenish that, and it's taking its sweet time. I'm not sure why it's going so slow. Oh, because I'm like parrying. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So apparently when you two-hand a dagger, maybe it's all weapons that are one-handed weapons, you two-hand it, it seems to make you be able to parry attacks, which is interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Now over here we have ourselves a cracked red eye orb, which is Q. And I know we're about out of time, but I have a plan. I have a goal here. So I'm going to try to push the pace here just a bit. Anyway, there's really no reason to go up here and do anything else. This is kind of a dead end here. If you were lighting sconces, you could light them, but there's nothing really to do in there. So we're pretty much done with the tutorialized area for now. There's other stuff we get to do when we come back this way, I believe. I assume we're going to be able to. But there's a statue in the way, and I'm assuming we're going to figure out how to unstatue the thing, or break the statue, or bring the statue back to life at some point. But for now, we don't have that ability. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it into town. We're going to do some quick stuff in town, and then we're going to leave the town, hopefully. Hopefully I have enough time for that. But only time will tell. Falling off the ladder put me a little bit behind where I'd like to be, so we'll see. Anyway, over here there's a divine blessing. Getting back on track, we're going to run over here. And as you can see over there is a bonfire. We will be going that way eventually, but first... we're going to come over here. There's a body inside of a tent here. Going to kind of break through everything. We're going to go ahead and loot the body. It's got a life gem. And for those of you scoring at home wondering what a life gem is, a life gem is essentially a way to heal. You can move slowly while you're using it, unlike the Estus flasks that make you stop and drink. The life gems you can move slowly, but you can move while you use them. It gives you a heal, like a small heal, and then it heals you over time quite quickly. So it's actually a really good item, and it doesn't have a limited amount of uses per rest. It's however many you collect. So if you use none of them, near the end of the game, you'll probably have like 300. I have no idea. I'm assuming you get a lot. Anyway, if you go over here, you knock that rock into the well. That guy comes up. You get an Estus Flask Shard, which will allow you to actually get 2 chugs out of your Estus Flask, which we're going to go get here in 1 second. Well, maybe slightly more than that. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit.
Who are you?
Who are you? 1 sec.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door.
It's going to be a little bit tutorialized for me.
I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant, but now somebody's gone and locked the door.
Alright, so we're going to keep our eyes open for the blacksmith's key. That should be fine. But yeah, I know what I'm doing at this point. Again, I'm sure there's still going to be stuff that I miss, but well, we'll see. I'm going to run up here. There's really no reason to other than I want to show you this thing. This thing up here keeps a death total. 222,860,125 deaths worldwide. Now, a lot of the deaths are just people going, yeah, there's a counter. I can totally throw it off by jumping off a cliff for no reason. So I'm sure that number's probably like a third the size of, or well, the real number is a third the size of the one that we just saw there was. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, we lit the bonfire. We have to come over here and talk to this chick. Hello.
Are you the next monarch?
Yeah, I am. You could be my queen.
Or merely a pawn
Do I look like a pawn of fate to you?
Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side.
Nice.
Till this frail hope shatters.
Less nice.
Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Thank you. She gave me an Estus flask. Yay.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Nice. I may level up by the power of the Emerald Herald.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery, for misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls.
Thank you.
You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Hey, what are you talking about my soul being frail and pallid?
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
Sweet. So she kind of brings hope, but at the same time crushes it over and over again. She's very...
Is that a shard you found?
It is.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you.
Sweet.
To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
Could you just be positive and stop with the, like, hey, here's a little, and then negative? You're such a Debbie Downer. Here, Debbie, here's my Estus Flask Shard. Yeah. Alright, I'm not going to level up right now. Mostly because I want to get... I almost fell off a cliff. Mostly because I want to get moving. We have a little bit of time left. Alright, so I sat down, and now I need to go into my inventory here, and I'm going to add the Estus Flask, and I'm going to add the Life Gem to the thing. Alright, so where we need to go now is down here. Basically, I'm going to get just a little bit further, and then we're going to break out the episode, and yeah, I'll feel pretty good about how far we came. There's a chest in here, so when you go in, make a quick U-turn, and boom. A rusted coin. I have no idea what good that's for, but it's there. The door directly in front of us does not open, so we must make a swing in here to the left, pull this lever, or lever if you prefer. And this door is going to open at breakneck speeds. Let me tell you, boy, howdy is it fast. Yup, man, look at it go. Woo! Man, if you blink, you'll miss it. In about 20 years. Alright, anyway, let's continue on. So we open that. We're going to cross the bridge. And once we cross the bridge, we're going to make a left turn. And then we're going to head down this ramp board thing. Hopefully not falling off because I'm bad at doing things. We'll open this box. And this box has a human effigy. Alright, now, over there's a thing. But we must make sure that we make this jump. And we did, and I didn't fail. If you are worried or you have a hard time making that jump, you can go back up the ramp and it leads to another place. I will show you where in the next episode. Either way, folks, this is going to be where I break it off. I hope you guys enjoyed. And in the next episode, we will go over there fighting those undead on the left, avoiding the big fat dude on the front of us or in the stream. And to our right, there's another guy down and around the bend. So, whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to get a couple new weapons and start shaping our character to be not terrible. Maybe not terrible. Alright, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. Give me that thumbs up, folks. If you want to see more Dark Souls 2, stick around the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you want more information about the game, where to get the game information on the developer, the publisher, or any of that wonderful fun stuff, it'll all be down below in the description of the video. Till the very next episode, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.